Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I started preheating my oven to make my chicken for lunch, and then I ended up scrolling through Twitter, and I saw that Micah Hyde is back. It's absolutely hysterical because we were talking about it just a couple of minutes ago on my previous stream that ended, like 20 minutes ago. Is what it is, though, folks. Welcome in. Please do me a favor. Roll call in the chat. Let me know where you are tuning in from. I always like to see how far Bills Mafia truly extends. But here's my take on this Micah Hyde situation, right? As many of us know, I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to share my screen for each and every one of you to see a visual. That's right. The guy is back. Such a massive piece to this defense for the longest time. He is returning. He just ended up signing a contract for the practice squad. And some of us are over the moon because you know what? As Bills fans, we love nostalgia, right? Like we love nostalgia. He's a ball hawk, as many of you were saying in the chat. It's absolutely beautiful. But some of us are probably under the impression that he's going to walk in there and he's automatically going to replace Damar Hamlin. And let me tell you what, I'm going to tell you to pump the brakes there for a second. I'm going to have to tell you to pump the brakes there for a second. I genuinely believe that there is one reason, and there is one reason only, why the Buffalo Bills decided to bring back Micah Hyde. All right. And it's not just because, oh, he deserves to get a ring this year. It's none of that Disney Channel original movie sort of feel decision. What it is, Sean McDermott still is in therapy to this day of how banged up the Bills defense was in the playoffs last year in 2023. We were at wit's end for how injured and banged up this defense was going into the playoffs. Sean McDermott said, not today, not this year. I am not going to allow it to happen. I love this move for that reason alone. This is because now we have a guy that, God forbid, knock on wood, we have to go into a playoff game without some key pieces on defense. And this is the funny thing about it as well. And I will continue to harp on this. I don't think Damar Hamlin has been playing bad this year, right? It's funny because he has the most votes out of every single Pro Bowler out there, which is hysterical. I think he's doing great in pass coverage. I think he's doing semi-decent in run stopping as well. But this is overjoyful. I've said this a million times, and I think you guys can agree with me here as well. Going into the playoffs, I think the most important unit to stay healthy, is this defense. I think that the Buffalo Bills genuinely can get away with a couple of banged up guys on the offensive side of the ball. Nothing changes. We don't miss a beat. We still put up 30 points. As offensive line, that's maybe a receiver out. We've proved it a million times that we can get it done. I obviously wouldn't be fine with any injuries in the Buffalo Bills, but I'm saying that I'm prioritizing the health of our defense far significantly more than our offense if we want to be able to make this thing happen. And that's exactly what Micah Hyde does for us right now, ladies and gentlemen. Solid move from the front office. Heads up. They know what they're doing over there. 23 ran the back end of McDonald's defense better. McD's, Rob Scrivens, better than anyone ever. If he never plays it down, we're better off with him in meetings and on the sideline. Never mind if we have a break glass and put 23 back in the center of the field. Scrivens, I 100% agree with you. Insurance move. Like I said, guys, keep unloading the takes in here. if you're new to this channel, folks, I love to include my live chat in the content, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and just yap by myself. Otherwise, it's not much of a difference from someone who just talks to themselves. I like talking to you guys. We have our first super chat of the day from Omaha, Nebraska. Glad he's back. I just want to mess with good things. Hamlin and Rapp are balling out. Absolutely epic. I promise you, this is exclusively an insurance policy. I'll say it. Etch the Lombardi now. Got my monkey moving. I love it. I love it, man. You get that monkey moving, you get it going. Rest in peace to all of the lotion and tissues in Richie Fresh's local Costco, baby. He's coming for him. You remember, because we're 10-2 right now, why put Hyde in as a starter now? Yeah, well, so the good thing is that he is on the practice squad. And like I said, I 100% agree with you at this point. I think Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp have been playing very well. And again, I'm just going to say this. I genuinely believe that this is Sean McDermott being super cautious. He's seen this movie before. He's seen this movie before of going into the playoffs banged up to all hell, specifically on the defensive side. And he said, not today, Junior. Not today. Not going to happen. I can definitely get that. Micah is literally out. Safety net. Our safety net. I love that. Look at that. John liked my joke right there. I appreciate that. I still believe Micah right now is better than DeMar. We have Blair and Rapp and Hamlin playing well, but it is almost to have experience out there if needed, and he will be rested. He's got fresh legs, right? He's 33, though. I'm 33. I pulled a hamstring in my sleep the other night. So I think DeMar has him in the overall age aspect of it, but we'll see. A great experience, backup, and mentor resource for the D is going to the final push in the postseason. We have Robert Young. And do you think Poyer asking for his release so Buffalo will pick him up? Did Poyer literally ask for his release? That would be hysterical if Jordan Poyer came back on the practice squad as well. I mean, I would Crazy how my Dolphins were thought to have strength and safety. And okay, I haven't seen that he's asked for a release by any stretch of the imagination, but we'll see. A rookie DB with no experience or an all-pro safety, even if he didn't start, he's insurance and a teacher. Absolutely true to guns. I still think that Sean McDermott does not trust our rookie as of right now. I really don't. We have TD calling me here in a second. I'm going to call him back here in just a hot second. I had to call my people. I had to talk to my people for the playoffs. Absolutely. I agree, Dan. Caution is always okay. Listen, I know that all of us are in therapy as well from having to watch how bad. And look, like, this is what makes me feel a hell of a lot better. Like, this is what makes me feel a hell of a lot better about this season going into the playoffs at somewhat of a full bill of health, right? I'm going to knock on wood because I don't want any of you to come in my mentions and be like, oh, Dan, you jinxed it. But let's reflect back at what it was like when we played 12 games last year and 5 games were remaining on our schedule. We were 6-6. We were in desperation mode. We had to win out. We had to win the AFC East. Okay. So we suffered massive injuries against that Dolphins game on the last week of the season for us to end up winning the AFC East. Then we ended up losing out even more players on the defensive side of the ball against Pittsburgh that final week. And now we had to play the Kansas City Chiefs during the divisional, where like we were on like a third and fourth string player on so many different position groups, and we had to call a guy off of the couch to play the position for us in the first place. I feel a hell of a lot more confident going into it this year because we are sitting pretty right now, folks. We have we're tied for the we're the third best record in the NFL right now. We have 10 wins. We have 2 losses. I don't think that we're going to be going out there playing desperate. Hopefully, we're just going to be going out there playing calm, dominant football. And maybe Hyde is not even going to be elevated at all, even including into the playoffs. But I love the move. I think that it's absolutely brilliant from the coaching staff. I feel like we should be absolutely singing Brandon Beane's praises where it stands right now. King Thriller is coming in. We had freaking AJ Klein coming off of the couch. Exactly. Like I'm telling you, dude. Sean's like, not this year. No. He's like, I'm taking care of this shit right now. I'm bringing back my guy. He's going to be working out with the team. He's going to be doing it. Before playoffs start, I bet we're going to have AJ Klein back too for linebackers. No. You stay far away from Buffalo, AJ Klein. I love you, but no. But if we don't get the 1 seed, can still rest guys if needed. Yeah, guys, look. Say, for example, that Kansas City wins so their next 4, right? And we win our next 4, right? or God forbid that we drop a game. So within these next couple of weeks, worst case scenario, we could just end up taking a break and resting our starters against the New England Patriots. That's basically a bye. I don't care who wins. I just want one of the Super Bowl list teams to win it this year. Lions and Bills are my absolute favorites. Wouldn't that be good? I feel like all of America is getting sick of the Kansas City Chiefs. I wish we'd bring back John Brown to the practice squad. He deserved to play for a ring as he was a big part of Josh's early development. Ugh, man, listen, y'all love that nostalgia. So do I, though. I eat that shit up. He's not coming back not to play. He will split with Hamlin or take over playoff time. I don't think so, man. I really don't think so. I think that people have like an unwarranted hate for Damar Hamlin. He's been playing well. Like, I don't think that Sean is going to rip him out of the position, barring any sort of injury or barring him completely falling off of the face of a cliff. I was very critical of Damar Hamlin last year. Say, for example, y'all were watching my content back then. But this year, I really haven't had a lot bad to say about him. Like, outside of a couple like him giving up on a tackle against Derrick Henry, I mean, come on. Like, who wouldn't? I would give up on a tackle against Derrick Henry. I feel like all of us would. Unless you're Cooper DeJean, you're probably going to give up on a tackle against Derrick Henry at the end of the day. But, like, for the most part, he's been where exactly he needs to be in pass coverage. He's been making tackles. I think Micah Hyde is out there for an emergency situation. Say, for example, that Damar ends up getting hurt. Say, for example, that Hamlin just starts playing like absolute garbage, which he has not been playing like garbage. That's just where it is. But I am completely fine with this. You have no idea. I like the Hyde signing. His experience playing against Mahomes and Jackson in the playoffs is going to be huge for Rapp and Hamlin. Look at that. Jessica Tennis is in the chat. Hyde is there in case of an emergency, in my opinion. Exactly. Nothing but insurance at this point, guys. LJ Jr., welcome home, Micah. LJ, my guy, hope all is well, dude. If Hyde dresses or not, he'll 100% still be on the sideline. Hamlin has been more than solid. Hyde is a depth piece and veteran presence in the safety room. Mako is saying he is staying on the practice squad unless we need him. 1,010%. I agree with you. Don't break what's not broken. Always good to have a veteran backup going into the playoffs. I 1,010% agree with you there. Why do we not ever just take off Hamlin? He's too slow and we have a better safety. We just signed him. Here's the thing, though. He's been good, right? Like, listen, like I was the biggest cut Damar Hamlin guy on the face of the planet this offseason. I really was. Like, I didn't think that he was good in pass coverage. I thought he was an absolute liability. I was still pissed about the fake punt in the playoffs, although that was not his call. He's been playing good. And as much as I love Micah Hyde, he's a ball hawk. I'm sure he still has a little bit of a step in there. Why break up what has been efficient for this safety group, right? Like, why break up what has been efficient? I think it's insurance. I would be fine if I was wrong. I love Micah Hyde. I would love to see him play again. But we'll see. They might as well re-sign Cole Beasley while we are at it. We have Artemis coming in. He was mad. He was actually speaking against this on my earlier stream today. He's like, I don't want this. And they might as well re-sign Cole Beasley while we are at it. Why not, man? What would keep another team from snagging Hyde off of the practice squad? I actually need to go on ahead and take a look. So here's the thing, right? He was a free agent all year. Like, dude was a free agent absolutely all year. So barring any like massive injury, I don't think that that's something that we should be concerned about, or otherwise somebody would have picked him up during the offseason. Technically, I suppose it could, but yeah, I just don't see it happening. Jeff said, love your vids, and thank you for replying. Jeffrey, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on in and chatting it a bit up about Micah Hyde coming in here. 483 of you in here already, which is nuts. 303 on YouTube, 182 of you on X. Guys, I do want to remind you guys that I am Bills Mafia Santa Claus this year. I am giving away a bunch of signed memorabilia each and every single week. This week is a signed Christian Benford jersey that is directly behind me. If you want to be a part of my giveaways, folks, I have two rules. Number one, you must be a subscriber to this YouTube channel. You have to be. That is rule number one. And then rule number two is that you need to leave a comment on this video once I am done live streaming. I'm going to be selecting the winner during my live play-by-play reaction. So if you want to have a shot at winning that Christian Benford signed jersey, must be a subscriber to this YouTube channel. And if you wonder who won, just make sure that you tune into the live game reaction against the LA Rams. So you were there. It's a great time. It's basically like I'm just like having beers. I'm watching football with the boys. And I'd like to say that I've gotten a little bit better at live play-by-play as well. I keep you guys informed. It's a beautiful thing. Bills fan is saying, run it back. This is the absolute dumbest take I've ever had the misfortune of reading. Run it back. That I am unaware of what take we are referring to. Y'all smash that like button. Jeffrey is coming in saying, is Keon coming back this week or is he still questionable? Dude, I don't know. Like, honestly, I have a gut feeling that if the weather wasn't as bad on Sunday as it was, that Keon would have been out there. Again, I really think that Sean McDermott is terrified of going into the playoffs brutally injured. So I think he's like erring on the side of caution. So I'll tell you what, I think Keon has a better chance of playing against LA than Dalton Kincaid. Hopefully both of them are back, but if not, say that I'm a gambling man. I have a feeling that both of them will be a full go against Detroit in 2 weeks. He said he would only play for the Bills. Now that, what stops another team from plucking him off of the practice squad? So he could just say that he's going to retire. So like he would just say, yeah, I'm going to retire. So like he has more power than you think. Ravens fan for life. Isn't Hyde like 75 years old? Ravens fan for life is the kind of dude that hasn't soaked up his ass crack in like years, right? Like he doesn't even let the hot water run down there and clean, dude. I bet Ravens for life 716 smells like doo-doo. Bro, wash your ass crack, bro. Wash your ass crack. Micah for the vibes. Micah for the vibes, man. Micah for the damn vibes. I'm loving it, baby. Let's talk about that. Hyde. Blair is coming on in saying, we are in a good spot and really think we stay healthy. This is our Super Bowl year. Go Bills. Corey is coming in. Let's go Buffalo. Nice signing. Jamie is coming on in saying Hyde will provide a solid backup, solid insurance policy. Jamie, that is something that I have continuously said. I'm way more concerned about the health of our defense than I am of our offense. God forbid that we were to have like one injury on a wide receiver, right? Or God forbid that we were to have like a massive injury on the offensive line. I'm knocking on wood. I'm not putting that into the universe, folks. All right. I'm knocking on wood, so I can't jinx it. It's impossible. I'm a hell of a lot more concerned about injuries on the defensive side of the ball, specifically on the secondary, and specifically in the linebacker room. There's zero questions about that. So I'm very happy about the Micah Hyde signing, just so I can rest easy at night. And I'm not going to be watching these 5 games for the remainder of the regular season at an all-time high worth of anxiety. I think that's what we need. OJ gone, curse lifted, Hyde back, rest of the AFC East is in drain. This is our freaking year, bro. It is our year, and I absolutely love that, dude. I think that this is our shot at the Super Bowl. We have a great team this year and proved everyone wrong. Also, keep saying this stuff. I mean, listen, I hate to compare this team right to the Kansas City Chiefs, but what did people say about the Kansas City Chiefs after Tyreek Hill ended up leaving and going to Miami? What if we're following the exact same trajectory? I think that would be hysterical, like a similar storyline. Hyde is great insurance policy and a great mentor to our guys, especially Cole Bishop. Love the content, Dan. Go Bills. Raynal, I appreciate that, man. Guys, listen, if you are new here, I do want to remind you that I am live every day from Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST and also at 5:15 p.m. EST. I will be breaking down everything that happened at practice later this afternoon. So if you are subscribed, which I'm assuming you are, since I have subscriber mode only on during the live chat, make sure you turn on bell notifications so you never miss an episode. We have a great time over here. I really appreciate you guys coming on in. I think having a dirty crack is a good thing. That way, and the other team will stay away from him. Hey, dude, listen, man, I'm not knocking anybody. Dude, Ravens fan for life. He's sad that I made fun of his dirty ass crack. I hope that they don't change anything with the squad and just keep him as a safety net. This team hasn't skipped a beat. No need to change it. Yeah, dude, I honestly think that's exactly what they're looking for right now. Talking when his team gave up assets and to get a shell of a former All-Pro known as Trey White. We have one Cub. When is Smoot eligible to return? We could really use his presence on the D-line. I'm not entirely sure, so to be honest with you. I know that Dwayne Carter was activated 2 weeks ago leading up to the Kansas City Chiefs. Hopefully Dwayne Carter plays. Smoot, I haven't heard, but I will certainly look into it and let you know. I'm going to be there for our parade if and when Josh brings that trophy to Buffalo. Let's go. I'm so excited. The Ravens blow. JCZRO is in the chat. Thanks for replying to all my messages. Sorry if they were a bit annoying. Keep it up and go Bills. Not annoying at all, my friend. Listen, that is my show, folks. I include my live chat because I want to see what everybody has to say about the inner workings of the Buffalo Bills. Listen, I watch a lot of some Bills content out there, right? Like some of my favorites are Buffalo Fanatics. I love Buffalo Fanatics. Shout out Rico. Shout out Z-Bot, the homies. I love Built in Buffalo. They're great. I love hashtag sports. They're absolutely fantastic. A lot of great content creators out there, right? And they all interact with their chat. And that's what's important. Talk to you guys. Talk to Bills Mafia. What's going through your head? I watch some shows and like they just like talk to each other for like an hour and a half, or like they just speak for an hour and a half, or like zero engagement. Not on this channel, baby. We talk to the people in the chat, baby, because I want to hear everything that you have to say. Ash, what's up? What's up, my brother? How you doing? Ash here from the Bahamas. Beautiful, man. I was just there, as a matter of fact. I was on a cruise. I know I'm still pasty white, all right? I didn't get a lot of sun, but I had a great time in Nassau. It was beautiful. Ash, what's going on, man? Micah Hyde is back. We are making it happen. I'm sure that Dwayne Carter will play. It's trending that way, right? It's trending that way. Because when you look at this LA Rams team, like when you look at their running back, it's Kieran Williams, okay? He has 10 touchdowns. He has 5 fumbles. So, like, what I'm going to say is, like, make sure, like, we're throwing hands out there. This Buffalo Bills team is averaging 1 turnover per game. My hot take is that Kieran Williams fumbles the ball twice on Sunday. Throw them hands. Throw them hands right there. And he loves running between the center and the right guard. So we need a big game from our defensive tackles. And Ed Oliver really hasn't been showing up a lot in the box score. So whether or not that is a Dwayne Carter sort of piece where he can end up making a play, we're going to have to do that because stopping the Rams from getting into play action is going to be key. So, yeah. Yeah, man, most definitely. I am hoping that Dwayne Carter is out there because we need some freshness right on the interior. How was the experience? Oh, man, it was great, dude. I love your country, Ash. I love your country. It's beautiful. It's paradise on earth, baby. Bringing back Micah is good. He's a depth piece. No need to bring him back onto the field now as starters. We're clicking on all cylinders. We're absolutely running it right now. BML, I'm going to need Josh to go into his game and lock up MVP. Give me 6 touchdowns. Ken, did you have a good time on your trip? I did, man. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I don't like being away from home more than like 4 days. Like, I'm a homebody. I love being home. But out of everywhere that I visited, it was beautiful. I had a great time. But yeah, man, most definitely. I am like probably like the biggest homebody you have ever met in your entire life. I low-key hate traveling. Like not the destinations, but I just hate traveling in general, right? That's kind of where I'm at. Dan, think Grable and Carter needs to be elevated this week or put on IR for the rest of the year. I was under the impression that Dwayne was already elevated prior to the Kansas City Chiefs game. Not unless you're talking about that their 21-day window would be there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. That's exactly what you meant. So, yeah. But the question is, would they be a healthy scratch or would they actually have a bit of time after the fact? But let's make it happen, baby. We're getting at full strength exactly when it comes in. Matty Myers, Dan, how are you feeling about the Lions game? Also, half of your family are Lions fans, right? Half of my family are Lions fans, indeed. I'm feeling pretty good about the game. I definitely want to see their injury report because as it stands, this Lions team has a defense that's similar to what the Bills were in the playoffs last year. Down to their third, fourth string linebacker, have placed a lot of guys on IR, and their defense hasn't been generating any pass rush whatsoever. So I think that this game has the potential of being a shootout, but at the exact same time, like this Buffalo Bills team is holding opponents to like 17 points per game. So it's been very difficult for me to predict that a team is going to score more than 21 since it hasn't happened all too often this season. So from outside looking in, Maddie, like I have the Bills winning that game. But Rams first. Rams first. What do we got? It is the 21-day window. I think they'll be good. I think they'll be good. Hottest take for the playoffs. Hottest take for the playoffs. Oh my God. I'm about to piss off some Chiefs fans. They are first rounded. So the Chiefs end up losing to either the Chargers and or the Broncos, whether or not that it is in the wild card round or the divisional. I think the Chiefs lose their first playoff game. That's a hot take, isn't it? And I don't think the Bills play the Chiefs in the playoffs this year. That's a hot take. Dan, how have you been over the holidays? It's been a while since I've been on YouTube, but do you want us to play home or play at Kansas City? So I'd rather play at home. And I hope it's an absolute blizzard outside as well at full strength. But again, I have a feeling that Kansas City, we will not play Kansas City in the playoffs this year. And it's not because we're not there. I have a feeling that Kansas City loses their first playoff game. That's what I'm saying. Sad to say, this is the best chance to win, but Josh Allen, he's been killing it. He's MVP favorite. Kansas City and Baltimore get first rounded. Then we have the Steelers at home. Wouldn't that be ideal? Dude, that's a hot playoff take right there. That's a very hot playoff take right there. That both Kansas City and Baltimore so get first rounded, please. And so I haven't seen Ravens fan 716 in here for a while. And soon as when I told him that he doesn't like soap up his ass crack, he probably hopped in the shower. He was like, you know what? He's right. I haven't. Was Rachel Bush's recent tweet about loving it here in Buffalo a tip-off that Hyde was coming back? I don't know. Maybe, man. He was probably having a conversation. I want the Bills to play Denver in the playoffs. Solid defense. I'm not so sure about that. We have seen this 2020, 2022. Josh always chokes. How does he choke, my friend? How does he choke? Flicks, I love you, man, but just stick to making edits, bro. Stick to making edits, my guy. Stick to making edits, bro. This is the Bills' time. It's our time and team to win it all, but one game at a time. My name, Jeff, Ravens fan, is wiping his itchy ass. Absolutely. Would you not mind if Bills players played Denver first round if playoffs started now? Yeah, most definitely, man. Like, I have a feeling that Sean McDermott would have something for Bo Nix. He's relatively very good against rookie QBs, so I think that we'd be fine right there. Josh, don't choke. It's always the defense. Absolutely. And do you think we can stop Derrick Henry in the playoffs? I mean, we saw what he did the first time to us, but yeah, I do. I mean, honestly, like, let's ask ourselves who was missing during that game on the defense, right? So who was missing? We had Taron Johnson was out. We had Terrell Bernard was out. Matt Milano was certainly not playing out there. We had Khalil Shakir. Not that like he would have helped against Derrick Henry, but it might have been able to help like spark up our overall offense. He was hurt by the second quarter, like with an ankle injury. He was out there playing on a bum ankle. We didn't have Amari Cooper on this offense as well. So as far as going shot for shot with this Ravens team, I think that we are in a hell of a lot better of a position now that we have Keon Coleman taking that next step. Now that we have Amari Cooper on this team, ideally we would have Khalil Shakir at full health. Ideally we would be at home. And then also that we have a fully healthy defense with Bernard, with Milano, and with Taron Johnson all out there ready to go. So yes, I would feel a lot more confident going up against Baltimore only if they were in Buffalo. It just feels better for me, right? It just feels better at the end of the day. I really think this is our best chance because Josh doesn't have Guy in his ear, and we just play good, clean football, baby. And so I remember all this excitement back in the 90s. I'm not letting myself get pumped up this time around. Take it week by week. Just go one. Hey. So just go 1-0, baby. If Buff is fully healthy in the playoffs, and Baltimore would go until Buffalo and get smoked. If Buff was fully healthy in the playoffs, Baltimore would go into Buffalo and get absolutely smoked. I know the Bills are doing good this year, but in your opinion, if you were the head coach, what would you change and or add? Dude, like this sounds like an absolute cop-out answer because it is, but it's also true. I don't like really have any criticisms for this team, dude. Like I've had them for years in the past, but everything that I've been pounding the table for the past couple of years has been solved. Like number one, run the damn ball. Like, that's number one. Like, now, like, we're one of the best rushing teams in all of the NFL. Um, yeah, dude. Like, I feel like out of all the criticisms I would typically throw out there about Buffalo for the past couple of years, I feel like this year they've solved everything that I have been screaming for. So I really don't have a lot of criticisms, man. Like, I mean, outside of, oh, damn, like that. So that training staff, dude. So that training staff should have went on ahead and massaged somebody longer. Or like, why are we having so many injuries? Like, it's stuff that really we can't control. Oh, look at that, folks. He's back from his shower. He was soaping up his dirty butt crack. He was soaping up his dirty butt crack, man. That's what he was doing. What's going on, buddy? You mean the Bills getting smoked again? What happened last time we played you in the playoffs, fool? What happened last time we played you in the playoffs, fool? Buffalo at full strength can beat any team. It doesn't matter if they're at home or away, period. This squad isn't afraid of anyone. I know. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But folks, I got to get going. So I love each and every single one of you. Again, Micah Hyde is back. It's a beautiful day for the Buffalo Bills. Keep in mind, I will be live on BetUS TV's The Huddle at 3 p.m. EST. It is our NFL show with myself, Richie, and TD Finstalk. And I'll be live later this afternoon for a Bills practice update, injury report update at 5:15. I appreciate each and every single one of you for regularly tuning in and rocking with me. Reminder, I'm giving away this signed Christian Benford jersey. If you want to be a part of my random giveaways, you have to be a subscriber to this YouTube channel, and you have to leave a comment once this live stream is over on this video. That is how I am selecting. I'm picking a random video that I have told you to do this on, so feel free to leave a comment on every single one of them moving forward to increase your chances, and I will see you later this afternoon. Love y'all.